Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker is a stock market trader and analyst with more than 12 years experience in the industry. He has been sharing his knowledge in investment as an international keynote speaker and as a best-selling book author. Please welcome the president of Stock Smart Incorporated, Mr. Marvin Germo.
Wow, good morning. Before I start, did you enjoy Rice's talk kanina? Can we just give her a round of applause? It's super inspiring eh. And I don't know all of you know, and I don't know your stories, but if someone can rise from something like that no matter what you're going through right now, you can also rise up from it eh. That you have to understand this. If you believe that at this season of your life, you're meant to be here, no matter what challenges come your way, you don't stop. You keep on pushing because the only time you lose is when you stop. Eh. You have to remember this. You are the 1% of the Filipinos already. Eh. Majority of the Filipinos like to spend. Yes or no? Majority of the Filipinos are not doing what you're doing. And while you're doing this, you are doing something that's counterintuitive, counterflow to what majority of everyone is doing. And it will be hard. And there will be times that you'd like to give up. And I don't know kung para kanino to, but no matter how hard it is, I encourage you. Keep on going, keep on pushing. Use her as a template that if she did it, you can do it too. Yes? And before I also begin, can we give a round of applause to Paul and the entire leadership team for making this possible? You know why? I honor companies who put financial literacy, education, investing. Because why? When we met a few weeks ago regarding this event, you know what their heart is? They don't just want you to become one-day millionaires. Eh. It's easy to make that million. Eh. But what you do after getting that million will define what happens after. Agree? Because I've seen so many people get it, but when they start to get it, nasira sila sa pera. Because sometimes it's not just making it there, it's about how you sustain it. Because the whole narrative, the whole goal of this is that you have wealth that will outlast you. When I say it will outlast you, hindi lang siya para sa kids mo, hindi lang siya para sa anak ng kids mo, but it will make an impact, not just in your lifetime, but it will also make an impact to the generation around you. And that's my heart here. For the next hour of me speaking, I hope na yung banggitin ko dito won't just be words, won't just be data, but it causes you to do something. It causes you to start to invest. Because at the end of the day, investing, hindi siya tinuro sa atin. Yes or no? Hindi siya tinuro. Tinuro sa atin, and I'm sure you all know this, we've all been taught to climb the ladder of success. Yes or no? What's never been taught, habang nandun ka na, anong gagawin mo? And I've had the chance also to meet a lot of celebrities who would consult me on their finances, and you would see them earn 5 million pesos, one commercial, but lose everything also in one go. What we want here is that as you start earning from your business, is that you know the proper rudiments on not just making money, but how you can also make it hard for you, and how you can make it grow. And just to share, the whole point and the whole context of all of this is for me, the reason why we want to invest is so that you get to live your life at your own terms. Yes or no? The whole point of money is to give you options eh. Na kung may anak ka, if you want to put them to whatever school that they want, pwede. Yes or no? That if you want to eat here, go here, do this, pwede siya eh. The goal of financial freedom is not to have so much money, but the goal of financial freedom is you have options that you get to do what you want when you want it. And just to share, Raisa was sharing her backstory. My backstory is this. This is a picture of my father. Sino siya dyan? Naka-black, naka-white? Ayusin niyo sagot niyo. But I grew up, I don't have any rags to riches story. I've been investing in the stock market for over a decade already. But before that, I knew nothing about it also. Because like I said earlier, hindi to tinuturo eh. Yes? I grew up in a normal middle-class family na, like all of us, habang tumataas yung kita, ano nangyayari? Since tumataas, yung dating one-piece chicken nagiging two-piece chicken with Sunday Go Large Coke, yes? Oo, totoo. Yung dating Starbucks na tall nagiging grande or venti. Agree? And that happened to us for years. My dad rose the corporate ladder from an entry-level employee all the way up to senior management. Pero habang nangyayari yun, yung luho, dumadami kumukonti. Dumadami din, totoo. And that happened for years until it came to a point where 2003, his company, familiar kayo sa GlaxoSmithKline? The pharma company? Nasa Unilab pala tayo, no? What a paradox. But anyways, they merged with GlaxoSmithKline. He was part of SmithKline Beecham. He was given an early retirement kasi he had a redundant position. He was senior management, high salary. He was there for over a decade. He got a very, very, very large lump sum. Ito yung problema. If you have a large amount of money, you should know this. Kung madami kang pera, cash does not create anything. Agree? So, problema niya, may malaki siyang cash, madami siyang utang sa credit card, kasi normally, yung pag kumikita ka na malaki, kaya mo i-swipe eh. Yes or no? Nabutan niyo yung credit card dati na may picture? Di niyo na nabutan yun? Huwag kayong magpanggap. Pero yung mga old credit cards dati, may picture. Sa kakaswipe niya, yung picture niya nakaganon na. Ganun kalakas. Totoo. Ganun. So it was a cycle of credit card debt kasi kaya niyang bayaran, pero dumating sa point na, wala na siyang pambayad ngayon. He didn't have money kasi the salary wasn't there. He had a large lump sum, wala rin siyang ipon. 33 years of massive spending, walang ipon. So here's the common thing that he did. And katulad ng bawat Pilipino, yung common saying ng bawat Pilipino, basta magkaroon ng ipon, magsisimula ako ng sarili kong negosyo. Agree? So that's what he thought. And looking at it from hindsight now, I'll tell you this. Having a lot of money does not mean you start businesses. Why? He had a lot of money, he had no experience. You know what's gonna happen if you have a lot of money and no experience? Give it some time. You will lose all the money and you will gain all the experience. And that's what happened to him. We started several businesses, pero we had two major ones. One was a sanitary napkin. Familiar? We were distributing sanitary napkins. Sabi ko sa tatay ko, bakit yan? Sabi niya, Modest was the market leader at that time. They still are now. Sabi niya, if we get 1%, okay na tayo. Sabi ko, bakit pa rin yan? Sabi niya, every month may negosyo tayo. Sabi ko, bakit? Sabi niya, ask your mommy. So I was in college at that time. I was helping out in the family business. Nagbibenta ako ng sanitary napkins sa mga classmate ko na babae. Totoo. Linalapitan ko sila, panahon na, ganun. I would sell to them over and over. But you have to understand this. If you are selling, is a sanitary napkin, need or want? Need siya, agree? People always think na, sobrang ganda ng product ko, sobrang ganda ng idea, but they have to understand, it's not just about the product eh. When you start a business, there are so many things you have to consider. Leadership, customer service, sales. How do you do all of those things? How do you market it? Yes? He did not also compute na pag naglalagay ako ng napkin sa 7-Eleven, sa SM, hindi nila ako babayaran kagad eh. O-order sila ng order pag naubos, pero hindi pa siya babayaran. He did not also compute that he needed a large warehouse for it. To make the long story short, the business was bloody. And it had to close. Second business that we had was we had our own gasoline station. Gasoline station, good or bad? Our advantage was Shell, Petron, Caltex, we had our own brand. It was in Laguna. Pangalan niya, Oh My Gas. Tapos, totoo. Since it was our own brand, we were catering to tricycle drivers and jeepney drivers kasi nabababa namin yung presyo. Can you follow? Then while he was doing that, sabi niya, Marvin, retired na ako eh. Business should be money working hard for you. You have to remember this. Business is not money working hard for you. Business is systems working hard for you. Na kailangan may sistema ka na hindi ka ninanakawan. Agree? Yung hindi niya alam, yung business partner niya, unti-unting kumukuha ng pera sa gas station. Tapos linalagay niya dun sa isa niyang business. Kung businessman ka, tapos wala ka ng pambili ng gas sa gas station, may problema ka ba? Oh, station ka na lang, di ba? And that's what happened. At 53 years old, my dad lost everything. All of the businesses that he started, lahat ng pinundar niya naubos. And I was at college at that time. And I had a decision to make eh. Sabi ko, uulitin ko ba yung ginawa niya? Sabi ko, what happened to him in his 50s should not happen to me when I'm 50. I made a conscious decision. Sabi ko, I will start saving as much as I can today. And I will start as much businesses today as possible. Bakit? It's okay. Please remember, we've been hardwired na dapat matakot tayo sa failure. Di ba? But you have to remember this. If you fail early, you fail small, that will springboard you eh. You won't be where you are today kung di kayo nagkamali dati. Agree, disagree? And don't be scared to fail because your failures will propel you to go higher eh. And that's what caused me when I was starting. Sabi ko, I'll save. For the first 7 years of my life, I was working 16 hours a day. 8 hours sa trabaho ko, 8, 9, 10 hours sa trabaho ko, then the remaining 5, 6 hours, I would work on my dreams. I repeat, for the first 8 hours, I was working on my job. The next 8 hours, I was working on my dreams. Please remember this, no one will work harder for your dreams more than you. If you are part-time and you are here, you're doing Sante and you are also doing your employment, please remember, as an employee, hindi responsibility ng boss mo, nabigyan ka ng financial freedom. That's on you. And while I was waiting for 7 years, hindi ako gumagastos. I was saving, I was living frugally, and I was also investing, and I was doing businesses. Why? Please remember this. Wherever you are right now, it's just a season eh. You have to remember, seasons, do they change? Yes or no? Yes. They change eh. It's like summer na nagiging autumn, then winter. Yes? Ganun din kayo. You have to know what season you are in. If you are at the season of planting, huwag niyo muna gastusin lahat na nangyayari sa inyo. Kasi kung ginastos niyo, mawawalan kayo ng bala, mawawalan kayo ng pananim. You enjoy it later. I had to figure out a system na habang nag-i-enjoy lahat ng mga kaibigan ko, you have to remember, 2005 ako graduate. Nung pag-graduate ko noong 2005, doon na uso yung piece of hair eh. Yes? Habang lahat ng mga kaibigan ko nag-i-enjoy ako, hindi muna. It doesn't mean hindi ka mag-i-enjoy. It just means hindi ka mag-i-enjoy ngayon. Why? What you save today, 7 years of hustling, working, investing could lead to a lifetime of prosperity. And why am I saying this? Don't mind what other people say. It doesn't matter eh. It doesn't matter. Because when you do what other people are not doing, later on you will end up doing things that they will never do. I want to share five money skills that will help you. But since we're going to talk about where should you invest, I want to focus on skill 3 and 4. Because for sure, skill number 1, kabisado nyo na eh. Skill number 1 is what you call, you need to know how to make money. What you're doing here in Sante is you are what? Making money. Agree, disagree? Kasi if you do this well already, this can be a cash cow. Yes or no? Yes, no? If you try to be the best at what you are doing in your sphere of work, as you try to excel, money will come. And I keep telling people this. Do you know money is just a byproduct of how much value you give people? The more value you give people, the more money will come. And I don't know where you are and how long have you been here, but what I do know is this. The more value you give, huwag niyo muna habulin yung pera eh. Kasi pag hinabol niyo yung pera, once hindi dumating, madidisappoint kayo eh. Pero pag hinabol niyo yung value, that you overcompensate and give so much value to people that money will just come. And I'm not gonna dwell on this, but if you are new here and you want to earn more, there's no secret to success eh. It's just really work eh. You just have to work, and you have to hustle. Kung nagsisimula kayo in investing, the more money you put, the larger your possible outcome. Yes or no? When you are starting out and trying to build, the best equity that you can invest is your sweat. The sweat equity is the cheapest type of equity that you can put in. Kasi bakit? Kung napagod kayo, pahinga lang kayo, tapos do it all over again eh. And in every business that I started, in everything that I did, I was never the smartest. I was never the most talented. Kaya nga ako nag-stocks eh. Kasi hindi mo kailangan maging gwapo eh. Totoo. Oo, totoo. We were talking with Raisa sa back, no? Sabi ko, after your story, wala na makikinig sa akin kasi yung story ko lang, hindi gwapo pero may nagmahal. Yo, totoo, totoo. pero yun eh. I'll tell you this, if you think you're not that smart, you think you're not that qualified, I'll tell you this, outwork everyone else. You work harder than everyone else and you will win. Why? Because hard work will beat talent when talent does not want to work hard. You will beat anyone that's smarter than you. You will beat anyone who is more charismatic than you. But if you work doubly hard, you will win. Am I making sense? That's number one. You need to know how to make money. So everything that you're doing right in Sante, that will already help you make money. But that's not just the whole equation. Kumbaga sa basketball, sino sa inyo nagba-basketball? Ako yung katawan na to, hindi to pang basketball. Totoo, totoo. But for you to win in basketball, it's not just about having a good offense. Agree? You need to know how to play defense as well. So it's not just about making money, it's also knowing how to keep money. Why? Because if you make 1 million pesos and you spend 1.1 million pesos, does that help? Yes or no? Even if you're, ulitin ko, kumikita kayo ng 1 million, gumagastos kayo ng 1.1 million pesos. Good or bad? Do you agree 1 million pesos per month is a lot of money? Yes, but if you are spending 1.1 million pesos, no matter how much you make, pero gumagastos ka more than what you make, it won't really help. Yes? And this may sound basic, but you need to have a budget, regardless if it's on your notebook, on your phone, or in your laptop. Every peso should have a name, on peso, on purpose. And I'll tell you this, since 2005 up until now, everything that comes in, nakalista. You want to know something interesting? Girlfriend ko pa lang yung wife ko nun, pati pera niya, binabudget ko na. Oh, totoo, totoo. Why? Because if you don't know how to put a name to every peso, money will control you. And money is a lousy master. The more you write it, I'll give you an example. It's very, very important to have a budget. Why? My wife, magkaiba kami ng pananaw sa buhay eh. Mahilig siya mag-shopping. Totoo. Dati sa mall, pag may sale, parang tractor beam, gano'n, nakaganon sa kanya. As a loving husband, ano ginagawa ko? Holding hands, hila palayo. Oh, totoo. Ngayon, hirap na ako. Bakit? Shopee na lang eh. Wala ka ng control. May live streaming yung Shopee, nanunod siya ng mga paninda doon. Click na lang, wala ka na magagawa. But what do I do? Part of our budget, meron siyang clothing budget. A budget tells you, pwede ka pa rin mag-enjoy eh. It just means that hindi mo ubusin lahat eh. Making sense? Especially in what you're doing, my suggestion, you split your money. Meron sa business side ng ginagawa nyo, meron sa personal side, huwag nyo paghaluin. Kasi pag pinaghalo nyo siya, wala kayong matatabi para sa personal nyo eh. The reason why I want you to save is basically this. The reason why I want you to keep money is you need to plan ahead. Kasi you have to remember this. Alam ba natin kung ano mangyayari 30 years from now? 20 years from now? 15 years from now? You need to set aside money today for something that you will use later on. You have to remember, are you doing well in what you're doing today? Yes or no? Who says yes? Who says no? Sino kahit anong mangyari, di pa rin magtataas ang kamay, di ba? But I'll tell you this. You know why? I've seen it over and over and over. Things are better in all sides of business, except probably for mining, some parts of agriculture, but in consumption, everything's well. Why? Because there's so much disposable income eh. Why? Because the economy is good eh. But what if 10 years from now, consumption shrinks? I'll tell you this, in times of prosperity, you need to prepare for times of lack. I'll repeat it. For times that you have so much, you need to prepare. What if things go bad? You have to remember that recessions, are you familiar with the term recession? It's not a matter whether a recession will happen, it's only a matter of when. Because recessions are cyclical. In the 90s, we had the 1997 Asian financial crisis. In 2008, we had the global financial crisis. The economic cycles of the world have been up already for 11 years. That's why when times are plenty, you need to set aside, you need to save. You need to set aside money na, especially in what you do. You need to have money kung may nagkasakit. Agree? You need to have money for emergencies. But I'll tell you this. My suggestion is you need to have at least 1 year's worth cash on top of your emergency fund. I repeat, you need to have at least 1 year's worth cash on top of your emergency fund. Bakit? What is your greatest weapon sa negosyo nyo? For me, your greatest weapon, your greatest ability to earn is this. Yes or no? It's your ability to think clearly. It's your ability to innovate. It's your ability to be creative. Kaso, mahirap ba maging creative pag kinakabahan na kayo saan magagaling yung pang-tuition nyo for next month? That's why you need to set aside money so that pagtabi nyo ng pera, kahit walang pumasok na income for 1 month or 2 months, okay kayo for 1 year. Ano yung sabihin nun? Kung walang pumasok for 2 months, okay kayo for 1 year, you can be as aggressive in your business as possible. You can be creative. You are thinking on how you can find ways to do it. Please remember this. You will hear a lot of people say, dapat 3 months lang yung nasa bangko kasi matatalo ka sa inflation eh. Guess what? If your business is earning more than inflation, kahit madami kayong cash, because cash is still king. What else do you need to set aside from? Sino dito single? I have good news. May awa ang Diyos. But I'll tell you this. And just a short story para sa mga single. I was saving up for my wedding. Wala pa akong girlfriend nun. Yung mga kaibigan ko, lakas ng fighting spirit mo, feeling mo may papatol sa'yo But why? I already knew it eh. If you start saving money pag malapit ka na ikasal, it's already too late. Agree? The best time to save, the best time to keep money is when you don't need it. Para pag kailangan mo na siya, nandun na siya. Another example. Panganganak, emergency, yes or no? No. Why? Pag nabuntis mo yung asawa mo, sure yun, 9 months? Manganganak yun eh. Agree, disagree? That's what I'm telling you. Way before it ever happens, you prepare already for it. Similar, the same way habang nag-iipon ako ng pang-savings ng pangkasal ko, nag-iipon na ako noon ng pang-college tuition ng anak ko noon. Wala akong girlfriend. Why? The best time to prepare is when you don't need it. Can I share another story? Nung na-meet ko yung wife ko, 1 month pa lang na girlfriend ko siya. Pinakita ko na yung ipon sa pangkasal. Weird ba? First month. Sabi ko, ito yung Excel. Nag-ipon na ako ng pangkasal natin. Weird, yes or no? Medyo weird. Pero ito sinabi ko sa kanya. Sabi ko, her name's Yvonne. I don't plan to ask you to be my girlfriend if I don't plan to marry you someday. Habang kinikilig siya, labas laptop. Yun. Tapos, ito pa. Sabi ko, nag-iipon ako. By April, confident na ako nun, by April 2012, kakasal tayo. Sakto na yung ipon. But you know what I did? Do you want to know? Sabi ko, kung gusto mo rin magdagdag, okay lang din. Tapos sabi ko, pero hindi ako scam, hindi ko kukunin yung pera. Itago mo lang. You need to keep money for specific goals in your life. You want to have another house, you want to travel, pag may nagkasakit, para hindi nyo na siya iutangin. Can you follow? Next, number 3, which is the whole crux of what we are going to talk about. Number 3 is this. You need to learn how to grow money. Please remember, making money and growing money is different. Making money can be from your business. Making money can be from the sweat of your hands. But growing money, it's basically investing. Growing money is basically assets, making money for you. And here's what's amazing here's my definition of investments. Investments are things that kahit wala ka nang ginagawa, it will work hard for you. Yes? Why am I saying this? Focus on Sante with all your might, heart, soul, and strength. But, build assets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Para habang nakafocus ka dito, meron pang ibang lumalaban para sa'yo. Kasi bakit? Para dumating sa point later on that when you want to take it easy a bit, there's something also earning for you. that you have something. Kilala niyo si Henry C? The late Henry C. If you notice his net worth, hindi naman siya naging sobrang bilyonaryo kagad eh. He became a massive billionaire later on na when suddenly he had so much assets working for him. Because the name of the game is multiple streams of income. Because if you focus it on one, you're giving yourself a disservice. Why? If you start opening more channels, habang magaling ka dito, and you're diversifying in other items, suddenly, namumultiply ka. Agree? And this is how I diversify. It might be different from how other people do it, but this is what works for me. My diversification of investments is basically divided into 5. Basically this. Paper assets, property, cash, and business. So what you're doing in Sante falls here. Agree? And that's the problem of my dad eh. Ano naging problema niya? When he started out doing his business, lahat ng pera niya nandito. Ano nangyari? Yung napkin business naging bloody, ano nangyari sa business niya? Everything got wiped out. Yes? My suggestion is, once you start earning more here, magtabi kayo ng cash, as what we talked about a while ago. But start dabbling into this, and this. And for me, the simplest investment that you can get into is property. Yes or no? Why? Hindi mo siya kailangang bantayan eh. Agree? Not as hard as starting your own business. Property also is this. Yung lupa sa Pilipinas, lumalaki, lumiliit. Hindi, yung size. Bakit? Kinukuha ng China? Hindi, joke. Hindi. The land should be the same. Yes? But what differs is basically this, and that's what makes property investing amazing. Population is increasing. Meaning, same set of land, yung mga taong naghahati dun sa land na yun, lumalaki, lumiliit. Lumalaki. And supply and demand lang yun eh. More people wanting it, it will bring the prices up. And it's only a matter of time where our population will just getting bigger. So if you want a quick way to diversify, Sante, cash, tago kayo as much cash as you have, property. This one, I've been a big fan of gold. Bakit gold? Gold is basically, alam niyo ba yung gold, wala siya masyadong industrial use. Hindi siya katulad ng aluminum, hindi siya katulad ng iron, hindi siya katulad ng steel, hindi siya katulad ng silver. Gold, palamuti lang. Agree? Pero, what people don't know is this. Gold's value is inherent because why? It's treated as a currency. Meaning, it's pegged sa performance ng dollar. When the economy is good, gold prices are down. But when economies crash, gold prices suddenly go up. Why am I saying this? Kasi gold is finite. Agree, disagree? Hindi siya katulad ng pera. 1 million US dollars 10 years from now, value niya mas malaki, mas maliit. Mas maliit. Agree? Pero 1 ton of gold will still be 1 ton of gold. That's what I'm saying. And lastly, you need to diversify also in paper assets. Paper assets could be REITs, ETF, bonds, etc. And my most favorite, if you want to grow your money, I encourage you, you have to invest in the stock market for capital appreciation. And the thing about that is this. When you talk about the stock market, people always think it's risky. Yes or no? People think, sugal. Yes, no? People think na kailangan sobrang galing mo sa maths, sa economics, sa accounting to be able to come in. Agree? And kailangan mong bantayan araw-araw. Have you ever heard that? But let me give you a few minutes to let you think differently about investing in the stock market, that it's not as complicated as what most people think it is, that it's not so hard, na it can be a complement, na habang nagtatrabaho kayo sa Santi, habang you're doing your best making money here, you can start building other assets, you can start investing in the stock market to also make it grow. Are you good? Open-minded pa ba kayo? Okay, let's continue. The stock market is basically this. It's you investing and putting money and buying businesses. Ma'am, what's your name? Sorry? Eds? Feeling ko ikaw yung mayaman dito eh. Okay. So, kunyari si Eds. Totoo ba? Totoo? Oh, totoo daw. Okay. Si Eds, For example, si Eds, gusto niya mag-diversify. Magsa-start siya ng sarili niyang siomai business. Okay? Anong pangalan? Eds Siomai. 5 plus 2. Okay, ganun. Now, yung kailangan niyang capital to start her business is 200,000. Example lang. Can you follow? Eh, yung pera niya, 100,000. Tapos, para mabuo yung business, magkano pa kulang niya? 100 pa. Then she goes to, what's her name, sir? Chris? So si Chris, mukhang mas mayaman. Eds goes to Chris and says this, ganito, kailangan ko ng 200,000 na capital, kaso 100 lang pera ko. Magbigay ka rin ng 100, tapos you will become my partner. Yes? What happens there is this. Whatever Eds does to the business, is he part of it? Yes or no? Now, like every business, if the business that Eds will do starts to become 100 stores, and nag-invest siya 100,000, ilang percent yun ng 200,000? 50%. The stores become 100. Suddenly, he becomes an owner of 100 stores and he's a 50% owner of it. Yes? Kaso, like every business, what if it doesn't work? What if malugi? Yung 100,000 niya pwedeng maging 0. Agree? So let me tell you this. What happened right there is what happens in the stock market. Pero the main difference is this. Instead na si Chris, binibigay niya yung pera kay Eds, si Chris, binibigay niya yung pera niya sa Jollibee, sa Max, sa Shakey's. Ngayon, I have a question. Kung meron kayong 100,000 pesos, kanino niyo bibigay? Kay Eds o sa Jollibee? Wala silang tiwala sa'yo. Grabe. Ako, Eds sasabihin ko. Pero Eds might be one of the best entrepreneurs out there. Pwede? Yes or no? However, think about it. People say that the stock market is risky, but it's just like Chris putting his money and being an investor in Jollibee. Jollibee has been there since the 1970s. Jollibee has been there from martial law, EDSA 1, EDSA 2, EDSA 3, 2 financial crises, 80s financial crisis, 1997 financial crisis, 2008 crisis. But is Jollibee still here? Yes or no? But not just that. Jollibee is much bigger today than where it was before. I want to submit to you the idea that when you're investing in the stock market, it's even safer than putting your money in your friend's business. Why? Because it's you buying shares of this. SM. Risky, safe. Let me tell you this. I don't know if you know this, but noong 2015, and I share this all the time because it makes it so predictable eh. Filipinos, mahilig gumastos, hindi? Tignan niyo yung katabi niyo, mahilig ba siya gumastos? Nagkakabukingan na, okay. Noong 2015, familiar kayo sa term na gross leasable area, gross leasable space, familiar? Yun yung total number of space na nare-rent sa mall. Nasusundan? Pag inad mo yun yung ganun kalaki yung isang mall. So in terms of size of the mall and leasable area, in 2015, the top 100 malls in the world in terms of size, 22 are found in the Philippines. But wait, there's more. Bakit? Out of the top 10 sa 100, 5 of them were owned by SM. 3 of them were found in one street. SM North EDSA, SM Mall of Asia, SM Mega Mall. Why? The economy is so predictable eh. Filipinos love to spend. Agree? So if Filipinos love to spend, why not invest kung saan sila gumagastos? Why? Investing in the stock market is basically this. If you can't beat them, join them. Totoo yun. You invest in the stock market makes you a shareholder. Ayaw nyo, pagpasok nyo sa SM, kakausapin nyo yung guard. Kumusta na negosyo natin? Di ba? Di ba? Hindi lang ako taga-sante, shareholder pa ako. Ha? Tapos yung guard, anong problema na itong lalaki na to? Anyways, another example. Familiar? I mentioned about you investing, it allows you to create this, and this. It's also leverage. Why? Leveraging is you using the ideas of other people. Yes? Leveraging is you using their smarts, and leveraging allows you that you only have 24 hours, you have this, working also hard for you. Anong negosyo ng Ayala? People will always say land, yes? People will always say malls and buildings, agree? But let me submit this. Everything that you are mentioning is just Ayala Land. Ayala Land is Amaya, Alveo, Avida, Ayala Land Premier, their business centers, their commercial centers, and everything else in between. But Ayala Corp is all of this. Imagine buying one stock and you are exposed to almost every industry, every sector. While you are focusing on Sante, you are investing in Ayala, and then you have Ayala Land, BPI, Globe, you have Honda and Isuzu dealerships, you have exports, you have energy, you have construction. So for me, why is it risky when Ayala has also been there? And think about it. I want you to think about this very well. Familiar kayo sa Manila Water? Alam ko madami sa inyong galit sa Manila Water ngayon, pero keep calm, keep calm. But I want to share this. Paano kumikita yung Manila Water? Distributing water. Meaning, every time na maliligo kayo, kumikita sila. Yes or no? Pwede kasing mag-invest kayo sa mga kumpanya na kahit anong mangyari sa ekonomiya, kikita pa rin sila. Think about this. Pag nagka-recession, titigil ba kayo maligo? Di ba? Tingnan niyo yung katabi niyo, mukha ba siyang titigil? Di ba? So why is investing in the stock market risky if may mga negosyo that no matter what happens, good economy, bad economy, it will still make money? Yes? Another example, Globe Telecoms, part of it. So you have telecom, you have banking, you have land, you have water, and you have everything else in between. All of that working hard for you while you're focusing on Sante. Instead na mag-time deposit kayo, don't get me wrong, I told you need to have a large amount of cash. But anything on top of that, buy shares of other companies already. Familiar? Sino sila? Ayala, agree? So bells, if you buy Ayala Corp stock, para kayong ganyan. Totoo. Parang ganyan yan. Kung kailangan nyo ng template, papadala ko sa bahay nyo. Another example, familiar? Metro Pacific Investments is basically all of this. Water, power, construction, hospital, tollways. This is what you call a defensive stock, similar to what I said about Manila Water. Bakit? Pag may recession, magbabayad pa rin ba kayo ng kuryente? Tubig. Wala kang choice, kailangan mo magbayad ng toll gate, yes or no? Hospital. So why am I saying this? There's such a shroud of misconception that people say that pag nag-invest ako sa stock market, gambling yan. Not necessary. If naglalagay kayo, hoping that it will go up, for me, that's gambling. Is hope a good thing? Yes or no? Hope is good, pero it's not something that will cause you to invest. Kung aasa lang tayo na kikita tayo doon, mali yun. Pero pag pinag-aralan mo siya na mabuti, na alam mo, teka, maganda tong company na to maganda to, lumalaki to. You can invest it. Treat it like a time deposit. Ito pa. People think na you have to be a crazy rich Asian to invest. Di ba? Kailangan mo ng milyones. Agree? Let me show this to you. Jollibee. If you want to buy a stock of Jollibee, familiar? Franchise of Jollibee now is 40 million pesos. What if I told you you can be a part owner of Jollibee for only 0.000025% of a franchise? And guess what? Ito pa hindi nyo alam. Sino yung kalaban ng Jollibee sa Pilipinas? No. Kalaban ng Jollibee, yung Jollibee sa kabilang kanto. Totoo. Why? McDonald's is only 1/3 the size of Jollibee here. Jollibee is one of the few markets in the world where talo yung McDonald's. And I'll tell you this, it's a shame if Filipinos don't get to be part of this. Jollibee over the next 10 years will be one of the biggest fast food chains in the world. And Pilipino yun. Kaya yung lunch natin mamaya, Jollibee. But to be a part owner of Jollibee, you only need to buy 10 shares. The stock price of Jollibee as of yesterday was only 234 pesos. It dropped from 328. It dropped because there were some negative issues about it. But to be a part owner of Jollibee, 10 times 234 pesos, you only need 2,340 pesos to buy stocks of Jollibee. And I want to submit this to you. What is 2,340 pesos to try it? To see. Yes? Minsan we spend 2,000, wala pang isang rubber shoes yan na mahal eh. Agree? Why not when you start earning a portion of what you make, sabihin nyo sa sarili nyo, ito pambili ng Jollibee, ito pang SM, ito pang Ayala. Then suddenly, madami na kayo nabiling stocks. Pag linapitan kayo ng mga kaibigan nyo, saan ka nag-i-invest? I have a highly diversified portfolio. Nox! Yung pala, tig 2.5 lang lahat. No? So, tsaka every time na kumakain na kayo sa Jollibee, di ba? Kain lang kayo ng kain. Bakit? Part owner. Ilan yung shares nyo? Ano sasabihin nyo? Huwag nyo sabihin 10 shares. Ano sasabihin nyo? Minority shareholder. Di ba? Another thing I'd like to show. If you buy shares of Jollibee, please remember this. Pag nag-franchise kayo, you only own Jollibee. Agree? But if you buy Jollibee stock, you also own this. 500 plus stores of Mang Inasal. Kasama dyan yung oil na linalagay nyo. What else? Chowking. What else? What are the top 6 fast food chains in the Philippines? May sumagot dati, Jollibee, Jollibee, Jollibee. Sabi ko, hindi. Jollibee, what else? McDo, Chowking, KFC, Greenwich, Mang Inasal. 4 out of the top 6 fast food chains are owned by Jollibee. I want to submit this idea that how can it be risky if they corner the market? At eto pa, di ko alam kung may aamin sa inyo. Ako naabutan ko, Chicken Joy. 1 piece Chicken Joy with rice, medium cook, 39 pesos. Naabutan nyo yun? Grabe. Ano ka? Millennial kayo lahat? Grabe. Grabe kayo. Ngayon, Jollibee. 1 piece chicken with rice, go large cook, 100. Yes? Hindi nyo ba napansin? Jollibee has more than doubled its price in 10 years. Why am I telling this to you? Jollibee has more than doubled its price. Tumigil ba kayo kumain? No. That's how strong Jollibee is. Why am I saying this? Jeepney magtaas ng 50 centavos, nagrarally. Oh. Di ba? Jollibee taas ng presyo, bumibili pa rin yung mga tao. So why is it risky? Jollibee has 1,400 stores. Mang Inasal has 500 plus stores. Then Chowking and Greenwich are following. Plus they also have this. Yes? But wait, there's more. Jollibee owns all of the Burger Kings here. Jollibee also owns this, and all of the Dunkin' Donuts in China. All of these other investments are Jollibee's investments in China. Para just in case sakupin tayo, invested na sila. And this is Jollibee's controversial purchase. They bought 300 plus. They bought 300 plus branches of Smash Burger in the US. But wait, there's more. Jollibee also owns Highlands Coffee. Jollibee also owns Pho in Vietnam. Then, Jollibee also owns this. Familiar? I'm a big fan of Tim Ho Wan. Tim Ho Wan will be their entry point to the casual dining scene in Southeast Asia. Please remember this. Jollibee is not the Jollibee na alam natin na pang Pilipinas lang. I'll tell you this over and over and over. Jollibee right now has over 5,000 stores worldwide. In the next 10 years, it will be one of the biggest in the world. You have to be part of what's happening as well. Torta Frontera is what they bought. It's a Mexican brand in Chicago. Are you familiar with Panda Express? They're bringing that to the Philippines also this year. And their most controversial purchase, Jollibee bought Coffee Bean for 18 billion pesos just a few weeks ago. Here's what's interesting about that. For 2,500 pesos, you get to invest in it. It can be your time deposit. Why? Why am I telling you to invest in the market? Because for me, if you are not trading, this is not get rich quick, but it's get rich over time. Why? Because if you're busy with Sante Barley and you don't have time to trade, but you're just investing, it will allow you that if you buy a good company that's growing, the value of it will go up over time. Bakit umakyat yung value? Think about it. 1998, Jollibee. Big company, small company. It was big, but it wasn't as big as where it was now. Yes? Wala pa nga silang mang-inasal nun eh. But today, they're bigger. That's why the value should go up. Why? Let me give you this example. This was the stock price of Jollibee nung year 2000. Jollibee's stock price in year 2000 was just 10 pesos per share. Meaning, kung nagtatrabaho ka na nun, and then you started to put money in Jollibee year 2000, then you focus on Sante, make sense? Bili, kinalimutan, or every time na may extra, bili, lagay. Agree? Then naalala mo na lang siya kahapon. The stock price of Jollibee, bumaba na to, was 234 pesos per share. Meaning, while you were focusing on what you love here, you have another asset working for you. 2,182%. Good or bad? Makukuha mo ba yan sa bangko? Hindi. Sa bangko, kailangan mo na ng microscope para makita yung kikitain mo, di ba? But this one allows you to earn over a stretched period of time. Another example, familiar, Universal Robina Corporation. This is one of the most profitable stocks over the past decade. And look at the picture. I'll give you 10 seconds. What do you see? They're mostly brands na alam natin. Yes? I'll give you an example. Cheapy. Ito style to ni Warren Buffett. Kilala niyo si Warren Buffett? Siya yung may-ari ng Buffet 101. Joke lang. Warren Buffett is one of the most successful investors in the whole world. And one of his styles is this. Sabi niya, look for companies that yung produkto nila, it will surpass generations. Lola nyo, kumain ba ng Cheapy? Yes or no? Magulang nyo, kayo. Yung mga bata ngayon, tingin nyo kumakain pa rin ng Cheapy? Why is it risky? One of Warren Buffett's purchases, are you familiar with Coca-Cola? Why? Sabi niya, Coke surpasses generations also eh. Bakit? Kahit dito naman sa Pilipinas eh. Pag graduation, may Coke ba? Yes or no? Pag lamay, may Coke din. Di ba? That's what I'm saying. Cheapy, C2, Max, Magic, Cloud9, these are all products that 10, 20 years from now, people will still consume. Agree? Ito pa. Yung risky kasi sa stocks is this. You're investing in businesses. And I just want to balance it out. Baka kala nyo puro kita yan. If you buy a wrong business, you can also lose money. I'll give you an example. Are you familiar with Uniwide? If you invested in Uniwide, buhay pa ba ngayon? Wala na. Another example, and I'll bring it close. Hindi ko na ito naabutan, no? Na-research ko na lang to sa internet. Are you familiar with Kodak? Yung mga camera pala dati, hindi ko na naabutan yan, may film pala. Totoo. Yung kailangan mo pa siya ipasok sa camera, tapos limited ka lang sa 36 shots. Tapos may lumalabas doon na color black, na kailangan mo madalhin sa mall, tapos may lalabas. Tapos para ma-upload mo siya sa Friendster, kailangan mo pa siya scan. Yes? Kodak ngayon, if you invested in Kodak, happy, sad. Why? Bankrupt. I'll bring it closer to home also. Hindi ko ito naabutan. Naabutan niyo ba yung pocket bell? Yung beeper? Yes? Yung hindi na maintindihan ng millennial yun. Hindi na maintindihan ng millennial ngayon yun na dati pag nagtitext ka, kailangan pa tumawag sa call center, tapos itatype, tapos saka dadating sa'yo. Sabi ko, paano ka magre-reply? Kailangan mo pa tumawag ulit, tapos magre-reply. Pero weird yun, di ba? Magsasabi ka ng I love you, tapos lalabas doon. If you invested in Pocket Bell, Easy Call, Beeper 150, are you making money? No. Technology changes eh. Pero ito, kahit magpalit yung technology, kakain pa rin yung tao ng Cloud9. That's what I'm saying. The stock price of Universal Robina Corporation more than a decade ago was only 4 pesos. Yesterday, it was 172. It was a 3,600 plus gain in a 16-year period of time. I made a case study kung naglagay ka ng 25,000 pesos, left it, forgot about it, 25,000 pesos would have been 937,000. Making sense? Can I give you another example? Another example is one of the best performing over the past 15 years also, Familiar kayo sa DMCI? Ano negosyo ng DMCI? May nandinig ako, memorial, hindi. Hindi siya memorial. St. Peter yun. People always say, pagdating sa DMCI, they will always say real estate. Yes? Unbeknownst to many, the real estate business only started in the mid-2000s. But their first business way back was still construction. Then they also own Maynilad. Then they also have a mining company, which is called Semirara, which it mines coal. And if you think about it, meron siyang property development. I don't know if you know this. For those who are into property development, did you know that per condo unit, madalas markup ng developers 50%? Did you know that? So for every 4 million, 5 million DMCI condo, most of the time, their markup there is 2.5 million. Make sense? Kaso, hindi lang yun eh. Alam niyo ba sila rin yung construction company? Sila na yung nagde-develop, sila pa yung construction. Pero, negosyo din nila, semento. So, walang takas. Semento, construction, development. Stock price, 16 years ago, less than 1 peso. Stock price yesterday, bumaba na rin to. 9.45, 11,000% gain. If you place 25,000 pesos, it would have been 2.8 million pesos over a 16-year period. This is not you trading. This is just you buying companies habang may trabaho kayo, habang may business kayo, and then investing in it and living it for a very, very long period of time. Can you follow? So there. Next. Please remember this. Sa stock market, for me, time is a greater asset than money. And I'll submit this to all of you. I may talk a lot about investments, I may talk a lot about money, but for me, mas mahalaga yung oras. Kasi bakit? Pera nawawala, yes or no? Pero perang nawawala, nababalik eh. Pero oras na nawala, hindi nyo na mababalik yun eh. Place a larger preference on your time than anything else. Why am I saying this? I'll try to be as practical. People will always say this, kung magluto ka sa bahay, mas matipid, yes or no? However, what if kung nagluluto ka sa bahay, it takes you 1 hour to prepare, 30 minutes to cook, 10 minutes to eat, 30 minutes to wash? Yes? Ilan yun na walang oras sa inyo nun? Madami? Yes or no? But what if that 2 hours, 3 hours na nawala, you spend more time selling? You spend more time in your business. Saan ka mas kikita? Dito or yung natipid mo dito? A or B? B, bakit? Nakatipid ka nga dito pero dito, you were able to create more value. Can you follow? So, I'll tell you this. Find ways on how you can leverage your time over and over and over and over and over. I have 4 tips if you want to invest in the stock market and you're very, very busy in what you do. Just 4 tips. Number 1, just buy companies that will never run out of sales. Bakit? I said a while ago, nagiging risky yung stock market. Paano? Pag nagsara yung business. Yes? Pero if you buy a business that will never run out of sales, paano siya magsasara? Can you follow? What's an example of a company that will never run out of sales? You buy monopolies. Because if you buy a monopoly, for sure, wala siyang kalaban, kahit ayaw mo sa kanila, may choice wala. One example, Meralco. Agree? Kung ayaw mo magbayad, anong gagawin ng Meralco sa'yo? Putol. Tapos, para magkaroon ka, pagkaroon ka ulit ng kuryente, kailangan mo magbayad, and then you have to pay to resume your service. Agree? Same thing. I don't know what technology will be 10, 15, 20 years from now, but what I do know is this. People will still pay for their electric bills. We don't need to forecast what will happen. You just need to know which companies will still make money regardless. I don't know who will be the president in 2022. But what I do know is, lahat na may Meralco magbabayad pa rin. And how can it be risky if people will pay their bills? Making sense? Tip number 2, buy companies with strong brands. I was already giving you an example a while ago of Jollibee because Jollibee is a strong brand. Think about it. Does Jollibee have the best burger? Not really. Pero I'm not sure if you know this. Pag naglagay ng Jollibee sa probinsya, yung mga tao, they're willing to travel 30 minutes to 1 hour via tricycle para lang makakain sa Jollibee. Yes? Napanood nyo na ba sa YouTube? Foreigner eating Chicken Joy. Nakita niyo yung mga videos na ganun? Patok siya eh. Why? Because Jollibee's a brand. Nung nagbukas yung Jollibee sa UAE, pumila yung mga tao 3 hours just to eat in Jollibee. Yung mga local doon na Arabo, kala nila, libre ba dyan? Ba't ang haba ng pila? Ganun. And wherever Jollibee opened overseas, Toronto, London, Singapore, lines were always there. They don't have the best food, they don't have the best burger, but people go to them because it's a brand. What are companies that have great brands pa? SM, Ayala. Look for companies that have brands. In the US, ano yung mga may brand? Do you want me to give an example? Nike, Apple, Starbucks. One of our businesses is we have a coffee shop. Alam niyo ba yung coffee, sobrang laki ng tubo? Cost namin to make a cup of coffee is only 9 pesos. And we sell it for 120. My question is this, Starbucks, cost nila sa amin, mas mataas, mas mababa? Mas mataas, mas mababa? Yung sa beans. They can get their beans cheaper than us. Wholesale sila eh. Yes? They can get their prices of 1 cup of coffee cheaper than us because they can get it wholesale. Sa amin hindi eh. And they sell it, they sell ventis now 180, 190, 200 pesos. Bakit? Brand eh. Para habang uminom ka ng kape, nakalabas yung logo. Di ba? Ganon din yung Nike. Nikes, it costs less than 1,000 pesos to make a rubber shoe. Sold for 10,000 pesos. Brand. Brand is everything. That's why, dito sa Pilipinas, anong tawag natin sa toothpaste? Colgate. Brand. Di ba? Ano tawag natin pag magpapa-Xerox tayo? Xerox. Kasi Xerox is a brand. Look for companies with strong brands kasi when things go bad, people will revert to brands. Another tip, buy the market leader. SM is the market leader. Ayala is the market leader. BDO is the market leader. BPI is the market leader. Bakit? The market leader, magkakaroon siya ng kalaban, yes or no? However, because they're so big, anyone who will try to beat them will either have a hard time. Agree? Or, kung same sa nangyari sa Mang Inasal, anong nangyari sa Mang Inasal? Mang Inasal was beating Jollibee head-to-head. Did you know that more than a decade ago? Yung Inasal nila was alam niyo ba naglabas din ng Inasal yung Jollibee? Some of you don't know it kasi it did not beat Mang Inasal eh. And then Mang Inasal was coming to a point already na magpapasok na sila sa stock market. They were at the point na we wanted to go into the stock market and Jollibee was saying, hintayin pa ba natin ito na maging malaki o bilhin na natin ngayon? If you are the market leader, you are so big, you have enough cash, you can buy out your competition. So my suggestion, you are busy at what you do, just buy the market leader. Number 4, and which is I'm a big fan of, you can also diversify outside the Philippines. Why? Full disclosure, I didn't mention this at the start, I don't just invest in Philippine stocks. I invest in US stocks and I invest in Singapore stocks as well. Because, eto eh, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Facebook, technology eh. I'll tell you this, everyone has a phone, yes or no? This is now, because of technology, because of phones, everyone's attention is at their phones. Agree? And you will notice it, all of the money will be going into technology. Kasi bakit? Kahit sa advertisements, nagbabago na eh. When was the last time nagbasa kayo ng dyaryo? Diba? People would, dati, noong 1990s sa EDSA, pag traffic, anong ginagawa ng tao? Nasa bus siya, traffic. Makikita niya yung poster ni Don Solueta. Diba? Ngayon, pag traffic sa EDSA, anong ginagawa ng tao? Phone. That's where the attention is. I was a long-time investor in Facebook because I know that's where the attention is eh. Napansin nyo ngayon, sino nag-i-Instagram? Are you familiar with Instagram stories? Napansin nyo ba sa Instagram stories, every time you swipe, puro commercials na? Facebook will make a lot of money from it. And they're currently doing it as well now. You will see this more and more. I believe over the next 5 years, more Filipinos will be transacting cashless. Are you familiar with GCash? GCash is owned by Globe. And you know what's the biggest problem sa Philippines? 110 million population, 40% lang yung may bank accounts. Bakit 40% lang? Yung iba hindi na-approve, yung iba nahihiya, yung iba hindi nagkaka-maintaining balance. But suddenly, you have GCash. You now have bank-like, debit card-like, credit card-like functions from your phone. What if nakatira ka sa malayong island, malayo ka sa bangko, now suddenly hindi ka nagkaka-credit card, ngayon pwede ka na mag-access ng credit card. Kung negosyante ka, kunyari, pag may negosyo, pag cash yung bayad, may chance ba magka-shortage? Yes or no? May chance ba ng nakaw? Pag QR code na lang yan, pag online yan, wala na nakaw. You will see fishbowl vendors, and it's happening now. QR code yung bayad. Totoo, bakit? Nakatago na sa kanila yun eh. Another example of brands abroad. McDonald's, Nike, Disney, Starbucks. All of these brands, binibentahan tayo for years. Yes or no? Panahon naman na tayo kumita sa kanila. Invest kayo sa Pilipinas kasi panahon na para sa Pilipino kumita sa Pilipinas. I don't know if you know this. Majority of the people making money from the Philippine Stock Exchange are foreigners. Why? Because wala nag-invest sa Pilipino eh. Panahon na you start investing, you start making money from the Philippines, then after that, you buy these brands. Kasi bakit? Para habang kumikita sila, parati kayo doon. Making sense? Okay pa kayo? Gutom na ba kayo? Okay lang, lilipas din yan. Pero, next. Number 4. Number 1 is you need to know how to make it. Number 2, you need to know how to. Starts with letter K. Keep it. Number 3, you need to know how to grow it. And number 4, you know how to preserve it. By the way, I've been married for 7 years. Sa pagbabudget namin mag-asawa, yung wife ko, never pa humingi sa akin ng pera. Kusa na lang siyang kumukuha. Totoo. Ang sakit, pero okay lang. Pero okay lang. Wife ko yun eh. Mother-in-law, ibang kwento. Oh, totoo. Pag married ka, joint account, full disclosure, share everything to your wife, hide everything from your mother-in-law. Totoo yun. Kaya if you follow the Bible, para sa akin, pinakamapalad na tao sa buong mundo, si Adam. Kasi wala siyang mother-in-law. Anyways, yun, late tumawa yung nandito. Yung mga sa hindi tumawa, pag uwi nyo, magigets nyo rin yun. Totoo. Why do you need to preserve your income? I don't know if you notice this. If you put your money in investments that are growing, may chance yun na volatile. Yung stock market, over the long term, a good company, ganito yan. Good company. Good company that's growing, ganyan. Pero what people don't see is this. Over the short term, ganyan yan. Can you follow? So kung hindi ka naman trader that you're making money off of this, what you're caring for is maganda yung company na binili mo, ito yung para sa'yo, okay lang. Yes? But, you have to remember this. What if pag kailangan mo na yung pera tapos ganun siya? Baba siya. What I want to suggest is this. Once your money has grown already, hindi kayo tumitigil sa Sante. Kumikita kayo sa Sante, may cash kayo nakatabi, then may investments kayo, you just want to preserve it. Meaning, the risk that you should take is higher, lower. Higher, lower. Lower na. Because you want to preserve it. Kung may 100 million kayo, gusto nyo 100 million pa rin siya, plus more. Yes? So now, how does that work? What happened? Lobat. Di nasaksak? We are having some technical difficulties kasi yung adapter was CDR King. So, I'm sorry. Pagkukulang yan ng ano. Ayan na, okay na. Tapos may taga CDR King pala dito, no? Patay. Patay. Anyways, ano nangyari? Okay, there. So, you need to preserve it so that regardless of what happens, good economy, bad economy, naglagay, may 100 million kayo, may 50 million kayo, may 10 million kayo, 10 million pa rin siya, pero may additional na kumikita pa para sa inyo. You need to know how to also keep it. Kasi the biggest problem of people, nasa stock market lahat, pag bumagsak yung market, paano na? Yes? One way for you to preserve it is, you need to invest it in this. Stocks that give you dividends. You will treat it as a time deposit na instead of time deposit interest yung kinikita nyo, you're earning from dividends. Why am I saying that this is less risky? Because for me, compared to capital appreciation, when you're earning from dividends, it gives you cash flow. Kung baga, familiar kayo sa condo? Yes? If you buy a condo, how do you make money from it? Yun. This is just like you buying condos as pinapaupahan nyo siya. Sa stock market, you buy a stock na may dividendo, habang hawak nyo yung stock, habang kumikita yung company na yun, may dividends kayo. Let me share this to you. Ito yung definition ng dividends. Dividends are earnings not reinvested to the business that are paid back to shareholders. Ibig sabihin nun is this. Balik tayo sa negosyo ni Eds. Naalala niyo yung negosyo ni Eds? Anong negosyo niya? Siomai. Pag kumita siya sa siomai, lahat ng kita niya, yun na ba yung pan-dividends niya? Yes or no? Bakit? Meron pang gastos yung business. Agree? So mababawasan pa yung kita. Yes or no? Tapos, magbabayad pa siya ng taxes. Yes or no? Tapos si Eds, gusto pa niya mag-expand. Agree? So part of what she earns, she will put for expansion also. Whatever is left, yun yung dividends. Now, why am I saying this? Look at the first word. Ano yung nakikita nyo? Ano yung first word sa definition? Earnings. If you buy a company that has dividends, it means the company is what? Making money, losing money? Making money. So, mawawala agad yung risk. Kasi bakit? You are not buying a company that's losing. You're not buying a company that's closing down. Kasi, hindi siya magbibigay ng dividends kung nalulugi siya. Agree, disagree? If you want something that's passive, buy companies that has dividends. Kasi bakit? Ibig sabihin nun, may panggastos siya sa needs ng company, may pang-expand siya, pero may natira pa. Is that a good company? So meaning, habang hawak mo siya, habang nagbibigay siya ng dividends sa'yo, good economy, bad economy, you are earning. Now, here's what's amazing. What if nawala yung dividends? What do? Benta nyo lang siya, lipat kayo sa isa pang company na may dividends. That's what's nice about the stock market. Kung ayaw mo na tong stock na to, mas mabilis siya kaysa real estate. Real estate, pag may condo ka, gusto mo siya ibenta, kailangan mo pa maghanap ng buyer, which is magtatawaran pa. Kaya sa stock market, anytime you want to sell, as long as there are a set of buyers, you can sell it anytime you want. Example. Familiar? This is the dividends that Globe has been giving over the past 7 years. If you notice it also, yung dividends niya, umakyat, bumababa. Umakyat. Meaning, bumili kayo ng 2013, kunyari, bumili kayo isang share, magkano makukuha mo? 67. Can you follow? Fast forward to 2019, yung isang share na binili mo dati, magkano nakukuha mo? 91 pesos. Ano yung sabihin nun? Related to real estate. Parang 2013, upa mo, 67 pesos dun sa tenant. Yes? Eh dahil tumataas yung value ng business, tsaka sa real estate, tumataas yung value ng condo, yung rent mo ngayon is how much? 91. So as long as Globe Telecoms will make money, you can be assured that they will be giving you dividends. And for me, looking at Globe is somehow predictable. Bakit? Wala ka naman choice eh. Either smart or Globe sa ngayon na palang. What does that mean also? Alam niyo kung saan yung battle ngayon? The battle is not about telco eh. Globe is not anymore a telecom company. Globe is a data and digital company. That's why they've been shifting towards GCash, they've been shifting towards broadband digital because they know the game is whoever controls data and digital will win. And if a lot of people use their phones massively, when was the last time nanood kayo ng Sky Cable? Everyone now watches where? Netflix, YouTube, which needs what? Data. This will be sustainable. This will go even higher. Some examples ng dividends, which are higher than time deposits. Think about this. Petron, 7.13%. Ayala Corp preferred shares, 5.65%. You can buy stocks that give you high dividends as treated as time deposits. That's it. Another way for you to have passive income, bonds. If you want to preserve your money, just buy bonds. Simple lang yung bonds. If I buy Ayala Corp stock, it makes me an owner. Yes or no? As it makes me an owner, kumikita yung company, meron akong dividendo. Yes? Bonds is different naman. Bonds is basically this. Si Ayala Corp, kailangan niya ng pera. What will he do? Uutang siya kay Eds. Eds, I need money. Give me money and I will give you interest. Can I tell you a secret? I don't know if you know this. Yung government, humihiram ng pera. Did you know that? They're called government bonds also. What does that mean? Pag naglagay ka ng pera sa government bonds, these are risk-free. Meaning, as long as the government is there, for sure, whatever you lend to the government, mababayaran kahit anong mangyari. And ito hindi alam ng tao. Pag naglagay ka ng pera sa time deposit, you'll earn 1%, 2%. Yes? Yung gagawin ng bangko, yung linagay mo sa time deposit, iblalagay lang nila sa bonds, which is earning 4, 5, 6%. Meaning, they are earning extra 2, 3% sa hindi naman nila pera. Why? Because majority of the Filipino population does not know this. Kung doon linalagay ng pera ng bangko doon linalagay ng bangko yung pera, why not kayo just go straight? How can you get them? Just go to your bank, favorite bank, whatever bank you're using, then lapitan niyo yung branch manager. Sabihin niyo anytime meron bond offering, regardless if it's a corporate bond. When I say corporate bond, parang ganito, Aboitiz Power, 8.5%, much higher than time deposit, or a corporate bond, i-text kayo. Kasi every time nagkakaroon ng issuance ng bond, unahan eh. Mabilis siya maubos. So, Aboitiz Power, 8.5%, Petron, 8%, Treasury bonds. This was the first Treasury bond that I got, 7.2%, mga 9 years ago. Yung mga unang date namin mag-asawa, sa mga bonds. Oh, totoo. Nung hindi ko pa siya girlfriend, sabi ko, uy, may bagong bond offering, gusto mo sumama? Nung sabi niya, yes. Sabi ko, papakasalan ko na to. Walang gastos yung date eh. SM Prime, 4.5%. So you will notice that the revenue that you will get from bonds are normally higher than time deposits, but smaller than capital appreciation. So, your technique is this. Use Santi Barley to grow your money. Every time you make money from it, itabi nyo siya. But every time you also make money, i-invest mo siya. Pag lumaki na yung pera nyo sa investing, dun sa capital appreciation, that's when you buy bonds na medyo safe. That's when you buy preferred shares. Can you follow? How do you know na medyo malaki na siya? Pag dumating sa point na kinakabahan na kayo sa amount. Pag dumating sa point na medyo nakakatakot na to, you take some money off of it, then you buy bonds. Pag kinakabahan na kayo sa amount, you take some money off of it, then you buy stocks na meron dividends. Did you guys learn a lot? I have one more. Make money, keep money, grow money, preserve money, and to make it full circle, you need to know how to give it away. I really believe that there's a purpose for prosperity. It's not about how much we make, but what we do to make an impact in the world around us. That, I don't know, naalala niyo yung nangyari sa Yolanda noong 2013? Habang nagsisisihan kung sino man yung nasa government agencies, it were people that had more than enough that were going there, bringing generators, bringing food. And I want that to be you. You know why I'm so passionate about this? Because it's time for good people to have the money. Because when good people have the money, you can do so much good. Eh. When you have so much, try to imagine this. Have you seen a glass of water na kalahati? People will say either half glass, half empty, half full. Yes? But here's the thing. Kung kalahati lang yung baso mo, for you to be able to help another person, kailangan mong bawasan yung tubig mo and then para mabigyan siya. Can you picture that? But what if yung baso nyo umaapaw? Can you picture that idea? Na umaapaw yung baso nyo na wala na kayong ginagawa, everyone around you gets wet because you are overflowing. You are not just meant to have enough. You are meant to have more than enough so that you can touch everyone around you. That it becomes intentional. You giving money now is intentional. Sino yung pwede kong bigyan? Sino yung pwede kong bigyan? And that's why you can put it sa budget nyo, giving. So it becomes easier. Na para pag may nangangailangan, it's time that we become an extension. That pag may nangangailangan ito, 1,000 pesos. It will not solve all of your problems, but I hope it helps you. To recap what we've talked about, number one, you need to know how to make money. Number 2, you need to know how to keep money. Number 3, you need to know how to make it grow. Number 4, you need to preserve it. Number 5, you need to know how to let it go. Lastly, to end, I normally share who likes to travel. Me and my wife, I told you that me and my wife sobrang magkaiba nung perspective namin. This is, by the way, our wedding. Sabi nung wife ko, yung wife ko mahilig mag-travel eh. Mahilig gumastos. Ako talaga mahilig ako mag-ipon. Tapos nung pinakasalan ko siya, sabi niya, Marvin, bago kami magpakasal, Marvin, pag nagpakasal tayo, kailangan, we have to travel twice a year. Nung sinabi niya yun, at the back of my head, ambisyosa. Joke lang, di ko sinabi yun. Pero sabi pa niya, twice a year, international. So sabi ko, tutuloy ko ba itong kasal na to? Pero sabi ko, okay lang. Ahanin mo yung stock market kung wala kang love life. Pero I had to talk. I had to tell her, kailangan ba natin yan? You know what she told me? Do you want to know? Sabi niya, bakit? Hindi mo ba ako mahal? Siyempre, ako si Marvin Germo, may reply rin ako. May reply ako sa lahat. Alam mo, sabi ko sa kanya, bakit? Hindi pa ba ako sapat? To make the long story short, have you ever watched the movie Lord of the Rings? One ring to rule them all, yes? That's not true. Pag sinuot mo to, wala ka ng power. Totoo. Wala ka ng power. Wala ka ng power. So sabi ko, happy wife, happy life. Yes, dear. So sabi niya, patunayan mo. Sabihin mo sa wedding vows mo yan. So during our wedding, I promise to travel with you twice a year. International. Habang sinasabi ko yun, pumasok yung pagka-financial person ko pa rin eh. International. As long as pasok sa budget natin. But over the past 7 years, we've been putting it in our budget. And what I've realized is travel expands your world eh. It allows you to see things that you can never learn in a classroom eh. And just a couple of pictures. My wife, totally different. She likes nature. She likes hiking. Again, yung katawan na to, dito pang hiking. Oo, totoo. Sabi ko, madaming ganyan sa Pilipinas. Bakit dyan? Sabi ko, pareho lang sila. Yan, inakyat pa namin to. Familiar kayo dito sa Baguio? Nandyan yung La Presa. Sabi ko, La Presa. Sabi ko, ano yan? Yan. She likes hiking. Anyways, I'm a total opposite of my wife. I'm not a big fan of nature. Totoo. I don't like nature. I'm a big fan of buildings. Oh, totoo. That for me is what I want to do when I go into vacation. Gusto ko yung pagpunta ko sa isang lugar, yung maluluha ka, na balang araw, magiging ganito rin yung Pilipinas. Yun yung gusto ko. And my wife, na-realize ko, total opposites also. She likes to go to museums. Ako? Ayoko. Nakailan Holocaust Museum kami, nasa start pa lang siya, umiyak, nakatatlong ikot na ako. Sabi ko, bad trip naman, walang wifi dito. Ganun. I like to see culture that way. For me, culture is not going to museums. Culture is sitting at a coffee shop, then watching people. Culture is nakasakay ka sa MRT, tinitignan mo sila. Bakit huminto? Ay, nasa EDSA pala ako. Ganon. Culture is this. Familiar? This is what you call a bubblegum wall. It's in Seattle. People donate, put their bubblegum, and dinidikit nila. It's a full wall of bubblegum. Gusto ko mag-donate, wala akong bubblegum. Nakita ko na Amerikano, do you want to donate? Sabi ko, I'm okay. Just to end this story, 2016, my wife said, let's go to Israel. Sabi ko, anong building meron doon? Sabi niya, punta tayo. So, this is the back of the Mediterranean Sea. This is in the Sea of Galilee. This is Jerusalem. This is Dome of the Rock. That's where Solomon's temple used to be. That's the old walled city of Jerusalem. Then this is the Mount of Olives. Bakit siya tinawag na Mount of Olives? Kasi puro olive trees. Yes? For those who follow Bible stories, that's where Judas betrayed Jesus. If you remember the story. Yes? So habang naglalakad yung tour guide, tinuro niya itong puno na to. Sabi niya, this tree has been here for more than 2,000 years. So lahat ng tao naman, mga, wow, success siya sa nangyari. But while they were saying that, ako, financial nugget of information pumasok sa akin. Anong lumalabas sa olive tree? Anong oil? Hindi. Teka lang. Hindi ako makareact. Hindi oil, ha? Wala pa kayo nakitang puno, lalagyan ng garapon, tapos tutuloy yung oil doon. Hindi ganun. Olive tree, olive fruit, yes? And then the fruit, you process it pa, yun yung linalagay nyo sa aliolyo bago siya maging oil. Can you follow? Here's what I want to tell you. For the past 2,000 years, I don't know how many olive fruits yung lumabas doon. Could have been millions. Could have been thousands. But there's one thing that I do know. Everything started from one seed that was planted in the ground. The money that you have right now that you are earning, that's your seed. No matter how small it is, you have to plant it. You have to plant it. The biggest trees, pag tinanim, it takes time before it goes up. Huwag kayo magmadali para palakihin. Just keep on planting, just keep on planting, just keep on planting, just keep on planting. Why? Because like these trees, you never know how many people, how many generations will benefit because of you. I was one of the first to invest in the stock market in my family. Most of my smart classmates, most of my early office mates are now abroad. I chose to stay here in the Philippines. Why? I wanted to show people, and I know you are here also in the Philippines because you know that money is not in your location. That you can make money here. That money is made when you walk in what God has placed in your heart, with the skills that God has given you. That it's time for the world to see that the Filipino is not poor. That the world will see it in the next few years, that they will look at us. We are not just OFWs, we are not just domestic helpers, but we are people who will be rich, we will be influencers, we will be thought leaders, and they will look, ano meron dyan? Ano yung meron sa Pilipino? That you will be so rich that the best that we will ever be will be the starting point for the next generation. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much once again, Mr. Marvin Germo.